is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's been such a long time since I put out a makeup tutorial, and I'm really excited to show you guys how I got this look, so I'm gonna jump right into it. I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday. New Year's is almost here. Let me know what you guys' resolutions for the new year are. I'd love to hear them because I know I definitely have a list. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. I'm gonna start off priming my eyes using the Makeup Revolution concealer in C12, and I'm also gonna use the Bperfect eye priming base on my eyelid to prep for shadows. Also, I am so sorry about the audio in this video. I was having some issues getting my regular mic to work, so I'm using my old microphone. I know the quality of this audio totally sucks, so hopefully by the next video I'll have everything back to normal. So now that the eyes are primed, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to shadows. All of the shadows that I'm gonna be using for this look are gonna be from the Bperfect Cosmetics palette in collaboration with Makeup with Ja, and this is her Clientele palette. The first color I'm gonna be using is called Gigi, which is like this really pretty warm like burgundy type color. I'm gonna start placing that onto the outer corner. I really wanted all the smokiness and like drama to be on the outer portion of the eye, so I'm only gonna take this about like halfway into the lid and just make sure to really focus it on that outer corner. I'm then gonna go in with the shade Dirty Tan and use this to blend out Gigi. I really wanted this look to be super soft and very smoky, so I'm gonna make sure to take some extra time to really make sure those outer edges are really nice and well blended. I'm then gonna go in with the shade Too Much, which is a really dark matte brown, and I'm gonna use this to darken up the outer corner. I'm using a slightly smaller brush. This is a Morphe M507, so it's gonna give me lots of precision, and then I'm just gonna go back in with my previous brush that I used to apply Gigi and just give it an extra blend. Then next I'm going into the shade Hot Spot, which is this really pretty warm bronzy color, and I'm going to start adding that onto the middle of the lid. I'm using a flat shader brush just to really make sure I get that nice pigmentation. I'm also going to go back in with my previous brushes and just make sure that that metallic is really well blended into the outer corner. Then next I'm going to go into the shade Boss. This is just going to give the look more of that gold element that I'm going for, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that using the same brush that I used to apply my previous shade. Then to brighten up that inner lid a lot more, I'm gonna go in with a Colourpop Super Shock shadow. This one is in the shade A Little Quarky. It's like this bronze goldy type of color. The Colourpop shadows definitely apply better with your fingers, but because I have super long nails on right now, I'm just gonna use a brush to apply it. And then for my glitter, I'm going to be using a liquid shadow from Bperfect Cosmetics. This is their liquid shadow in the shade Buzz, and I'm pretty much just going to focus this on the inner part of the lid as well and kind of drag it into the inner corner to brighten that area up too. Once I'm done applying it with my applicator, I'm going to go back in with my brush and just make sure it's really well blended. And then from there, I'm going to go in with my Makeup Revolution concealer in C12 and start prepping that lower lash line for shadows. Pretty much all the shadows that I use on the outer corner of the eye, I'm going to add those onto the lower lash line. So I'm going to start off with Too Much, which is that matte dark brown, and start applying that onto the outer portion of the lash line to give that extra bit of smokiness. And then to blend that out, I'm going to go back in with the shade Gigi. And then to make sure that that lower lash line ties in together really well with the outer corner, I'm just going to go back in with that shade Dirty Tan and give that lower lash line a really good blend. Now you can definitely stop here with shadows. I feel like this look looks perfect the way it is, but because I'm extra, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of black. This is the shade Just Black from the same palette, and I'm gonna add that on to the outer portion of the lower lash line and kind of drag it into the outer corner as well, just to kind of give the look a little bit of extra drama. And then next I'm going to go in with some black liner. This one is from Touch in Sol. It's their Style Black Gel Liner, and I'm just going to use that to fill in my waterline. I'm then going to go back in with that shade Boss, and I'm going to use that to fill in the inner portion of the lower lash line just to make sure that area matches everything up top. I'm then going to apply a couple of coats of mascara. Today I'm using the new L'Oreal Unlimited mascara, and I really like this one. I just picked it up a couple of days ago, and this was my first time trying it out, but it really made my lashes look super long and very like voluminous and everything, so that's always nice. And then right after, I'm going to go ahead and pop on some lashes. The lashes that I'm using today are from Lovii lashes, and they're in the style Chantal. So now that the eyes are done, I'm going to go ahead and move on to skin. I'm first going to start prepping the skin using my e.l.f. Jellypop Dew Primer. I love this primer so much. It just makes my foundation last all day long. So I'm going to add a few drops of that onto my skin and just kind of blend it in using my fingers. And then for foundation, I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I'm in the shade Amber, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Juno & Co. microfiber velvet sponge to blend that out. I love this foundation when I want to do something more full coverage, and that's definitely how I'm feeling today. I feel like my skin looks so terrible. I've been like breaking out and stuff, and I have like these little dark marks that I need to deal with now. So I've been loving like more full coverage foundations lately. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that into the skin and just make sure everything is nice and seamless. Then for concealer, I'm gonna be going in with Colourpop's No Filter Concealer. I'm using two shades. The first one I'm using is a medium dark 32, and I'm gonna place that more so on the outer portion of the under eye. And then I'm gonna use medium dark 30, and that one's a little bit lighter, so I'm going to add that on the inner portion of the under eye. And I'm just going to blend that in really well using that same sponge that I used to blend out my foundation. Then to set all that concealer in place, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, and this one is in number 25. This is definitely like my favorite drugstore powder to use to set the under eyes. I love the fact that it comes in like a variety of different shades, and it just makes the skin look super smooth without like feeling cakey. So I'm just going to apply that with a brush and just make sure to hit all the areas that I applied that Colourpop concealer. Then to set the rest of the face, I'm going to use the Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation, and this one is in the shade Coconut 355. To warm up the skin, I definitely want to go in with some bronzer / contour. So I'm going to be using the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette, and this one is in the shade medium to dark, and using a mixture of both the sculpting and contouring shade, I think it was. I'm going to go ahead and start warming up the skin. So pretty much I like to add those shades onto the hairline, a little on the cheekbones, and on the nose as well. Once I've got my contour on, I'm gonna go ahead and add some blush. The one I'm using is from NYX. This is their Sweet Cheeks blush in the shade Daydream. And now it is time for some highlighter. I'm going to use the Bperfect x Mmmmitchell Subzero palette, and I'm going to use the shade OTT for my highlighter today. I'm going to pop that onto the high points of the cheeks, a little on the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, and onto the brow bone and Cupid's bow. Then moving on to brows, I'm going to be doing more of a sculpted brow look for today, and for that I'm going to use the LA Girl Brow Pomade in the shade Soft Black. I'm pretty much just going to create some like faux brow hairs going throughout the brow just to kind of fill in any sparser areas, and then create like a line on the top and a line on the bottom to create that sculpted look, and then add a few more faux brow hairs on the inner portion of the brow to kind of give it more of like that natural finish on the inner part. Then just to make sure that those brow hairs aren't moving around and they're set in place for the day, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Brow Drama Brow Mascara, and this one is in the shade Deep Brown. Then moving on to lips, I'm gonna go ahead and line them first using a Melt Cosmetics lip liner. This one is in the shade Edible. And I'm just gonna make sure to kind of like feather in the outer corners of the lips so that way it blends in a lot better with the lipstick that I'm gonna apply next. To fill in the lips, I'm going to use a mixture of 2 different liquid lipsticks from Anastasia. These are in the shades On Mute and Sand from their holiday lip set, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply the darker of the 2 first and fill in the lips completely and blend it out with my finger. And then the lighter color I'm going to use just on the center of the lips to kind of give it a really pretty ombre effect. And then for gloss, I'm going to use another Colourpop product. This is their So Juicy lip gloss in the shade She's Here, and I'm just going to apply that on top of everything using a lip brush. And right after that, I'm going to go ahead and set the look using some Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and that pretty much completes this look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I'm so sorry I was away for so long. I definitely want to get better at creating more content for you guys and putting myself on a schedule, but thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate all the love and support. If I don't catch you guys before the beginning of the new year, happy New Year's to everyone. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Please, please, please be safe and just know that I love you guys, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.